Hey everybody, peace and blessings. So basically, um, it's your girl, Ashante Tae Queen of Gemini Creations, and I don't know, I felt like making this video. I just had a very vivid experience. So I've been doing a lot of healing. For those who know me and been following me, I've actually been posting my results or posting some of the activities that I've been doing and that I've been engaging in. So right now I'm in the middle of a 7-day chakra alignment. I'm actually in the process also of recording how I'm doing all of that so that everybody else can actually get in on it too, possibly at some time in the future. So I'm in the middle of aligning my chakras. I'm on day 3. Well, I'm on day 4 now. So I'm on day 4, and that denotes the fourth chakra, and that's my heart chakra. So yesterday I worked on my solar plexus. The day before that I worked on sacral, and before that I worked on root chakra. And if you know anything about that, now this is the fourth day, so this is me coming into the emotional body, and also coming into the medium, or the meridian between the bridge, actually, between the higher and the lower self. So that's what the heart chakra is. It's the entryway. So when you get to the heart chakra, it becomes a whole kind of different game. So far, what I've experienced is like things like lightness, like clearing inner, lower negativities. I've envisioned and saw the different chakras and the way that they were spinning wrong, and saw the extra, kind of build up and emotions that were attached to them. And what's been the result of that is I feel very grounded, which is rare for me because, especially when I do spirit work, as like an air sign without a lot of earth in my chart, it can get a little like loopy sometimes, especially concentrating on the higher chakra. So it was really refreshing. I actually use a lot of grounding crystals, and that's actually what I'm going to talk to you guys about too, throughout the duration of this actual video, is how to use these stones to be able to open up different spiritual realms, go into the astral realm with the stones. Of course, I'm also a herbalist, so I use herbs as well. I've also, trained myself to know how to cleanse and purify my body so that my body is more receptive to receiving these things and retaining this type of information. I always tell people that, like, you could be spiritual without being nutritionally conscious, or eating a certain way. But what happens is, basically, it's like putting a 70-volt charge through a 30-watt light bulb. Like, it's not going to work out that great, you know what I mean? In the long term, you're going to have like miscommunications in the spirit realm. The spirits that you may be communicating may be lower frequency spirits, different things like that, or lower frequency entities and different things of that nature. So it's really important, like, kind of to take the shamanic approach. Shamans normally cleanse, fast, and not just for the physical healing benefits, but also for the spiritual awakening properties that those particular things denote, and the actual spiritual benefits of purifying the body through different means. And it's also a means of preparation, so when you go into the spirit realm, you're not encountering all kinds of shadow beings and things are trying to deceive you and all other kind of crap. So anyway, so the crystal aspect of what I'm dealing with, I actually want to show you guys. I don't know if you can see it. This is my black tourmaline. I created this black tourmaline myself. And I chose it because it spoke to me, like I do with all my amulets and things of that nature. I take and I choose what speaks to me. Even when I create custom pieces for other people, I take and I choose what resonates with me specifically at that particular time. So this is a black tourmaline pendant, and what I utilize this black tourmaline pendant for is mainly protection. But something told me last night to keep it on. Normally I take all of my charms and all of my pendants and all of my my particular tools off when I go to sleep. But what specifically resonated for me last night was I did finally dream. I did finally get some. I've been dreaming, but my dreams hadn't been retained. And I've also been utilizing a spiritual smoke with chickweed, rosemary, and mullein, which are spiritual herbs that help to open you up to visions, dreaming, also emotional healing, and different things of that nature. So I've been utilizing that spiritual smoke as well. And while utilizing that spiritual smoke, as well as this particular pendant, it kind of catalyzed everything and really put things into the way that it needs to go. Using the spiritual smoke alone obviously wasn't enough. So I think what happened with the tourmaline is it kept me grounded enough in the dream reality to actually remember. And I think that was on purpose because I need to do some emotional healing. And I think what was happening was my ego was like, I don't want to deal with this emotion right now. It's a very fresh wound. So every time you dream, you're not going to retain the dream. But the reason why I need to retain the dream is because I need to know what emotions are blocked. I'm doing something like I need to know what emotions are blocked, and then I also need to know how to be able to cleanse and remove and heal those emotions. We're coming up on the full moon. So the full moon is a time traditionally of release. This full moon is a very big full moon coming up. I think it's a full moon in Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked at it yet. But I do believe it's a full moon in Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a time for release and healing. And I just want people to understand that your dreams are there for a reason. They're another tool that you can use to cleanse and heal from a lot of emotions and a lot of different, negative energies or things that are weighing you down. Especially while you're fasting is an imperative time to do so. So I used my black tourmaline pendant, as I showed you guys earlier, to be able to just ground me throughout that experience. Black tourmaline is a very shamanic stone. It's traditionally used a lot for scrying, for which is telling the truth, telling the future, or seeing glimpses of the future while holding the stone or scratching the stone. It's used a lot for protective purposes. It helps to mitigate a lot of even electronic extra low frequencies and radiation frequencies, which if you know anything about that, that can actually stop you from going into the spirit world and connecting with your full capacity as a spiritual being, because they literally put these cell phone towers and these radiated, even the cell phone that I'm holding right now is radiation. You know what I mean? Everything is radiation. And that shit can not only, cause mutation in your cells, but it also disrupts the natural light frequencies of your auric field. So it's important that you use crystals, diodes, magnets, different things. I use hematite as well a lot. Hematite also clears and grounds and connects and aligns the chakras. I've also been working a lot with black obsidian, and that's a very strong purificational stone, another shamanic stone as well. But it seems like this black tourmaline, and this black tourmaline spoke to me, and it told me that it wanted to work with me when I was actually creating some pendants. And it didn't want to leave. It didn't want to go to one of the, I had picked it actually originally for one of my other clients. And it's like, it spoke to me and told me that it didn't want to leave. It wanted to stay with me because it had work to do with me. So, stuff like that you got to pay attention to as well. So basically, if you're utilizing crystal therapy at this time, or if you're using any type of herbal therapies, just accent it with some crystal therapy. And this is a great time for transformation. This is also a great time to go into your subconscious mind, because in the full moon and the moon in and of itself and its different cycles actually represents the different aspects of the divine feminine as well as the subconscious mind. So, going into your emotions, the feminine capacity of yourself, and the subconscious emotions, which is, that's all dealing with the lunar cycles and how things kind of pan out that way. So it's just a great time to really use your dreams to kind of journey into that realm of yourself and uncover the hidden aspects of yourself. Because I in my dream, I actually revealed to me some levels of anger that I've been holding on to, which isn't a surprise for me, because I'm a more aggressive kind of energy. I'm kind of like, I always call myself a spiritual warrior because I'm very spiritual and very healing in one capacity, but I'm also the other polarity, which is very warlike and aggressive and all those aspects. So I have to be careful because I have to realize when the balance is, and I have to be careful of like actually taking on the physical manifestations of my anger and my emotions, as I'm a very emotional being, and it's rare for our air sign to be that emotional, but I am filled with water and fire, so I'm extremely emotional. I'm like hot steam, like all the time. So that's just really what I've been doing and utilizing, and that's something that I learned that actually helped me a lot. I was able to journal because I keep a dream journal as well. This is a really good thing to do. By the way, please write all your stuff down. Writing is the release aspect. I'm going to actually do some more energy work probably coming up on the full moon around release, because it's going to be a very powerful time. I'm also going to do some stuff around abundance as well. I'm always doing stuff around abundance. But you got to clear. In order to receive new things, you have to clear away the old things. So it's really important that you take that time, especially on this full moon coming up, to really kind of reflect on the things that you want to get rid of. And if you're so inclined and you're the type of person who is somebody who possibly is like very much into the spirit realm, and you would like to release, let's say, any anger, because for me it's been very personal, because I don't really connect to the collective consciousness, because just for the fact that y'all be on some bull, like humans be on some bull, like everybody who knows me knows how the way I feel about humans. Y'all out there, dealing with a lot of just distracting aspects. Not that it's not valid or real issues. I understand the reality of the situation, but simultaneously, as a spirit being, I live in two realms simultaneously, and I'm very sensitive, so I'm very mindful of the impact of the world and you guys' emotions. And so if I tap into that energy, it completely kind of drains me a lot. So I choose kind of to stay clear of that. So for me, I'm clearing a lot of personal issues and personal growth, but some of you may need to clear some of that collected emotional consciousness. Oh yeah, you guys can ask questions if you want below. I mean, I guess since we're live, right? I'm just used to talking to myself. I'm sorry, I'm an only child. But yeah, so I do see a question. It says, does being emotional weigh you down? Yes, it does. Sometimes it does. It's good on one end and it's bad on the other. The great thing about being emotional is I'm very powerful. The more emotional you are, the more powerful you are in the spirit realm, because you actually have the ability to access emotions. Emotions is just energy in motion. So it's the physical feeling or the physical effect of you feeling energy shift. So because I'm so spiritually sensitive and what you call an empath, I can feel my energy shift, and I can feel the energy shift in other people very easily. Now, the thing that happens that can start to weigh you down is when you're not clearing, cleansing, and grounding. If you're not clearing, cleansing, shielding, and grounding, then you're going to start to notice that there's a lot of energy that becomes built up on what's called your auric field or your light body. And then when that actually happens, it can actually manifest down into the different layers of your aura or your emotional body, and it can actually begin to manifest as physical illnesses, or it can even go into your conscious mind and create mental illnesses, just depending on what type of emotion it is. Also remember, your body stores energy, so each of your cells store energy. And they actually have a housing unit called the mitochondria that actually stores the energy directly. The mitochondria is actually also inherited from the matrilineal line. So it's a maternally based energy unit that houses a lot of genetic information from your matrilineal line. So of course that's kind of something key to kind of keep in your mind, especially anybody who's doing womb healing or womb cleansing or just anything, especially like the sacral chakra in that area. That's a very feminine area, or you're dealing with any feminine chakras. Um, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So sometimes it does weigh you down, but it's also a very key component and an aspect, a high aspect of your spirituality. So how you choose to use the energy, you could transmute that energy and then be able to utilize it for whatever you want to utilize for. I don't like to say negative and positive too much because that's just polarities, that's just gender, that's just this particular realm. So when I say transmute, I don't always mean transmute negative into positive. Sometimes I mean just take the energy that you didn't want in a certain area and move it to an area you do want it to be. You know what I mean? Like, or intentionally utilize it and move it. And a lot of that work, and that just kind of brings it full circle because that's exactly what I'm talking about. Transmuting that energy through dreams, through visions, through different energy work. So the energy work that I've been utilizing is Reiki, yoga, meditation. I actually did some acupuncture yesterday. I love acupuncture. Anybody knows me knows I love acupuncture. And I've been utilizing all those different mediums to actually clear and bring up a lot of the toxins and the emotional clutter from just living in this world, and also having my own personal struggles and experiences that I've dealt with lately. So I've been utilizing all of those different activities, but those different activities are not enough in and of themselves. Once you're in that space, those activities bring you to a space where you can then take that energy. What it's going to do is it's kind of like herbs. If anybody's ever gone on like a detox or a fast, you realize that things happen, like your breath starts to smell weird, and like you might start to have body odors and different things like that, and that's the toxins coming up to the surface. Similarly, that's what's happening spiritually to you when you start to cleanse your chakras through meditation, through Reiki, through yoga. What it does is bring up the old shit to the surface so you can handle it and deal with it. And one of the ways to cope and handle, now see, the energy work, like the particular like the exercises I mentioned, Tai Chi, Qigong, Reiki, yoga, meditation, guided meditations, acupuncture, all that stuff brings this up to surface. Now, in order to cope with it or deal with it, what you must do is journal. You must write things down. You must do specific energy work around it, and dreaming. And also crystals help to kind of do that as well. So dream work, journaling work, anytime you are doing release work. So anything that helps you to release, anything that's cathartic, dancing, singing, poetry, expression. Those are the other ends and the key components to releasing and letting that energy go. So, just use them both in tandem and in balance. So bring up, then release. Bring up, then release. But also, don't just bring up and release, bring up and release. Bring up, release, restore, rejuvenate. Bring up, release, restore, rejuvenate. So give yourself time and increments in between all those things, especially if you're not an experienced journeyer or a shaman or a priestess or a metaphysician or a spiritualist or alchemist or whatever you want to call it. If you're not experienced in the realm of spirit, give yourself some time when you're first starting these things, because you have a lifetime of energy that you didn't purify or cleanse that you have to deal with. So it can become overwhelming in that particular light, and you can get tired and fatigued very quickly. But somebody who has a little bit more experience, you can kind of get in there and kind of clear things more quickly, and you'll just build your power, and you'll see your power expand. You'll feel your aura expand. You'll feel your energy expand as you go throughout these things. So today for me is my fourth chakra. It's my heart chakra. Heart chakra is a very, very important place. Like I was saying earlier, it's the bridge between the lower and the higher self. So this day is probably going to be an emotional day for me, but I'm welcoming it, and I'm actually looking forward to it. So I'm going to actually get started with finishing up my journaling and taking note of the energy, and actually further decoding this dream that I got, which was an emotional release of a lot of anger. And I look forward to experiencing the full healing of all of those different tools. I just wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to just, big up Black Tourmaline, because Black Tourmaline just got my entire life together. I am so grateful for it. I felt it pulling on my heart chakra ever since last night. I felt it pulling on my heart chakra ever since last night, and just having it kind of be there for me and support me through that journey was really amazing. So I definitely recommend that you guys utilize Black Tourmaline as well. You can actually find Black Tourmaline on my website. We're having a sale right now. GeminiCreations.com. It's 50% off all orders over $15. So go to GemineYE Creations.com, and you'll be able to see the different crystals that we have there. Each crystal is kind of different and utilized in different ways, but I mean, right now, I don't know, I just had to share, and this is beyond the fact that I even sell crystals. Get you some Black Tourmaline. If you gotta go to the crystal shop, if you gotta go, if you know what I mean, whatever you need to do personally to get Black Tourmaline, get some Black Tourmaline, because this is right here. This Black Tourmaline right here, son. Now my Black Tourmaline I clear and I, cleanse and do all that work over. So my Black Tourmaline comes pre-charged. But man, that energy though is crazy. It completely shifted my entire spiritual journey, just by me wearing it and going into spirit realm at the same time. So, I'll take any questions. If anybody has any questions, any more questions about anything, you guys can ask those questions below. If not, I'm working on a lot of stuff right now. I'm going to give you guys a quick update as well for Gemini Creations. I'm working on a lot of stuff for my spiritual clients. So if you guys have done any spiritual work or consultations work with me, and I've been in spiritual coaching to you in any type of way, definitely stay tuned, because I am going through spiritual evolution myself, and as I evolve, so does everybody who I interact with and I work with. So definitely stay tuned, because I'm going to be coming up with some really great exercises and some really great healing techniques, so you guys can start to evolve and transform with me. My theme is definitely transformation. So if you're the type of person who is looking to transform your life in any particular way, whether it's transforming your health, transforming your mind, transforming your emotional wellness, transforming your particular physical being, whatever it is, that's who I am. I am the transformation lady. So definitely go check out Gemini Creations. Again, like I said, everything on GeminiCreations.com is half off. It's 50% off. So all the consultation work that I do I Ching readings. I also deal with astrology as well as the crystals and all that amazing stuff. So point blank, and at the end of everything, get you some Black Tourmaline, get you some dream tea, get you some rosemary, get you some mullein, get you some chickweed, get you some whatever you need to do, and get your whole life. And release those emotions, and release that pain, and release that. It's been stressful 3 months for everybody. We just really hit some deep cosmic shifts in the universe. So not all of us made it out. You see how many people transition in this last couple months. So just, be kind to yourself, heal yourself, love yourself, treat yourself, get you some crystals. Terry, no, I have never come to Texas, but if you want me to, or if you know anybody who does lectures and things like that, I'm more than open to do lectures. I've actually been invited to St. Louis a couple times, but things didn't all the way work out. I actually just got finished hosting my first local event in Boston. So I do speaking work. For anybody who's interested, you guys could inbox me on that. I'm going to also be doing some more live online workshops in the future as well. So hopefully you guys can stay tuned for that as well. So if you guys have any questions, any other last questions before I wrap it up, I'm finna start my day and get this work done. So if you have any other questions, can ask them down below about the crystals, about anything. Do you have any crystals that you guys want to know about specifically? I'll definitely answer any crystal questions, because a lot of time I get crystal questions all on my timeline. So if you guys have any crystal questions, now would be a great time to ask them. So yeah, so I was talking a lot about the black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is a shamanic stone. It's a healing stone. It's a grounding stone. It helps to cultivate your higher energies. Also helps to release depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. It can take and transmute that energy into higher energies, helps to facilitate travel into the spirit realm, also facilitates communication between the spirit realm and the physical realm. It also lifts up and removes the blockages of different radiation and extra low frequencies and all those different things as well. So it's all about healing, transformation, and transmutation. So that's what black tourmaline is. And so I think you guys got all your questions out about crystals. I'm just gonna watch it for like 2 seconds and see if you guys have any questions. All right. If you guys have any more questions, you can post it on the comment section and I'll answer them in the comments. You can also post your questions to my timeline or hit me up on facebook.com/Gemini Creations, facebook.com/GEMINEYE Creations, or you can go to the website as well, www.GeminiGEMINEYECreations.com. Check out our consultations, ask me questions, do whatever you need to do. Or you can email me, taequeen@hotmail.com, and just let me know your crystal questions or whatever. Maybe I'll do these live sessions more often, but I just definitely had to like share on the shamanic journey with you guys. So the shamanic journey is real. Peace and blessings on your journey and your path. May you heal. May you enlighten yourself. May you emotionally purge any type of negative energies that you've been holding on to. And I'm sending you love, healing energy, so much light, so much transformation, so much transmutational energy your way, because we've all been through a lot in these past 3 months, and it's imperative that we heal. And so regardless of where you are, what your situations are, I'm sending you love, light, and healing energy. Peace and blessings.